Hello, Facebook. So, if you saw my post earlier, you know why I'm coming live, right? It's to address the elephant in the room, how I gained 20 pounds in a year, in a stinking year. So, forgive me, my phone is like all wobbly. Because I'm holding it, I just went on Amazon tonight and I bought a tripod holder for my iPhone because my last one, it doesn't fit my 8 Plus now. It's too big. So it'll make it a lot easier and my arm won't get as tired. Hey guys, thanks for dropping in or hopping on. And here comes my big reveal. I don't know what you would call it. So if we've been friends for a while, you know I've been in the fitness and wellness industry since about 2002. I've taught practically every single format of exercise out there except yoga. I'm not a yoga person. And I was a personal trainer. And I'm a little bit of a research geek when it comes to nutrition and all this stuff. So I'm telling you all this so basically you know that I know what to do. I know what to do to be in shape. I know what to do. I've helped hundreds of clients lose weight and eat better and make a lifestyle change. And here I am suffering at this stage of my life. I've never really had a weight problem, like ever. And suddenly I find myself to be the same weight that I was when I was pregnant. So I'm the same weight when there was a baby inside me. So anyway, look, I really can't complain, right? Here I am saying I've never had a weight problem. So I really can't complain. I didn't struggle my whole life. But so years ago, when I first got into health, we were taught it's a math equation. It's calories in versus calories out. We must eat breakfast within 1 hour of waking up, right? We must eat every 2 to 3 hours. Now, recent information tells us that's not really so. Hey, Isa, how are you? So I almost feel like I have to apologize to all my past clients for giving this information. But at the same time, remember, that was what we were taught in school. There isn't a one-size-fits-all eating plan. It really isn't. And it's certainly not a math equation. And it kills me when I still see people today, most of them under the age of 30, who have no clue about hormones, and leaky gut probably hasn't affected them. It's so much more than a math equation. It does not burn more than what you take in. It is not the amount of calories you take in. It's far more involved than that. There are food allergies. There are tolerances that you don't even know you have because you don't have an upset stomach, hormones, DNA. So anyway, I don't even want to go down that rabbit trail because I can talk forever about that stuff. And I don't want to go that deep into that right now. So to keep into the issue of why I personally gained weight, since last April, I started to really notice a change. My clothes are a lot tighter. I don't eat 100% perfect all the time, but I'm pretty good. I mean, I got my moments for sure, but I work out. I know what I'm doing. Hey, my dad is on. That's awesome. Hey, Dad. But when I buckled down and I was like, all right, this is getting ridiculous. I need to rein it in and lose the weight. I know what to do. It didn't work. I tried something else and it didn't work. And I've tried what worked for me in the past and it didn't work. And I kept gaining. And then I was exhausted, like extremely exhausted. Everybody's tired. I get that. And doctors hear that all the time. And they tell you it's normal, it's normal. You're doing too much. So I'm sorry, I'm checking my notes because I wrote these down because I get on live with you guys and it just like goes over my head because I get nervous. So also I'm extremely cold all the time. So if you know me, that was one of the reasons why I had to get out of the north, was because I was like cold all the time. So years ago, going to doctors, they would say, oh, you're fine. It's just you. But I knew it wasn't me. I knew it wasn't normal to be able to sleep that long at night and still be tired in the day and and still be that cold. So I finally went to a functional doctor who finally justified me, and they diagnosed me a few years ago with adrenal fatigue and thyroid. After a little while, they figured out that it was the adrenal fatigue that came first to affect the thyroid second. Put me on some meds. At the time, it was Armour. I would never tell anybody to ever go on Synthroid or the other one that begins with an L. But anywho, and my problem after a few months, I wasn't tired anymore, and it was awesome. So that was years ago. Fast forward. Oh, real quick too, when I went to these functional doctors, they dive a lot deeper than your regular doctors. They were told I had, besides that, anemic and very low vitamin D, which no regular MD wanted to test me for vitamin D, which was ridiculous no matter how much I begged. Most people are low in vitamin D these days. And again, I'm trying not to get off the rabbit trail, but check your magnesium for that. Anywho, all right. So fast forward now to last April when everything started happening again. But this time it was accompanied by like major weight gain. I mean, come on, nobody gains 20 pounds in a year. You know, I don't even know if you can do that just by eating. Maybe it's possible. I don't know. But anyhow, it's no fun. And it's no fun needing to sleep 10 hours at night. And when I say I sleep 10 hours, no lie, straight through. I don't snore. There's no chance of sleep apnea. I sleep solid. My head, as soon as it hits the pillow, 2 minutes, I'm out like a light. Sleeping is my superpower. So, and then I get up. And I get up with an alarm, because if there was no alarm, I'd probably even sleep more than 10 hours. And then I crash about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I have to beg my granddaughter, who's 3. I'm like begging her so I can please take a nap, which is pretty funny, trying to negotiate with a 3-year-old to please let Nana sleep while you play. And sometimes she does. And I lay down on her floor or on her bed and she plays and Nana sleeps. It's crazy. She doesn't nap, but I do. And then I wake up and then I crash again by 9 o'clock at night. I just have to go back to bed at night. So I'm the kind of person that I need to wake up at 5, at least 6 o'clock, because things need to get done, right? I need to spend my quiet time with God, read the Bible, prayer, journal. I need to exercise. I joke around that those things have to happen or I can't be held responsible for my actions. It's just the foundation of my day. It's how I start my day. But in order to do that uninterrupted, I need to get up early before my granddaughter does. So when I was doing that, then I could, if I did it Monday, if I did it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, forget it. I just could not do it. I had to start sleeping again. So, all right. Where am I with my notes? I finally caved and I went back to the functional doctor. At first I was like, all right, I'm going to fix this by myself. This can't be happening again. I'm healthy. But I finally did go back to the functional doctor and got more lab results. Turns out it is adrenal fatigue for sure. That is back. Thyroid is slightly off, not as bad as the last time. Thyroid slightly off because of adrenal fatigue. But mostly it's hormonal. Go figure. I'm 53. Of course it's hormonal. So the good news is, due to my current health regimen, all the supplements that I take now, my D is not low anymore and I'm not anemic. So that's like awesome. And pretty much, yeah, so it's just the adrenal fatigue and hormones. Sorry, again, I'm checking my notes because I don't want to leave anything out. Okay, so I can sit here and I can focus on all the things that I didn't get done because I was extremely tired. Like I couldn't wake up early. I couldn't get through the day. I couldn't really be present. Like it was hard to even take her to the park, to meet people to the park, because I didn't know how I was going to feel midday. So I pretty much looked and sounded like a recluse, having to stay in the house. But instead of focusing on everything I couldn't do, I'm going to focus on everything I did get done, because I was still damn productive, darn it. Maybe it wasn't everything I wanted to do, but I got a lot done. I probably still did more in half a day than most people do in a full day. If you've ever gone into any of these adrenal fatigue support groups or low thyroid support groups, these people are like darn near bedridden, like miserable, horrible. I wasn't anywhere near that. Even though I was really, really tired, I was still able to function and do a lot of things. I totally attribute that, like I said, to the healthy supplements, the new health supplements that I've been taking for the last year. So Oh yeah, here's another really fun fact about me. My blood pressure is always low, like very, very low. Like 95 over 58 was my last reading. I had to take my temperature 3 times a day to see if did you know if your temperature fluctuates between, I think, a degree or more during the day? That's like not really good. So my temperature, check this out, was ranging anywhere from 95 to 97. Once it was 94, most times the average was 96. This is why I'm always cold. My internal body temperature, despite my perimenopausal age, is still cold. Sorry about that. And excuse me for the TMI, but if you're my age group and you're suffering from all this, just to let you know, my hot flashes and like night sweats, very, very minimal, like not even worth mentioning. Again, I think it's because of my supplements. So that's it. You know, I was at a company event for my business this last weekend, and everybody's dancing, and I couldn't dance more than 5 minutes, truth be told, because then my knees started to hurt, which is ridiculous because I love dancing. My knees are hurting because I have all this extra weight on, so I've got to get it all off. People are like, I was telling people, I've got to go home. I got an early flight. Now, my early flight was like at 10 a.m., and they started making fun of me going, what are you kidding, how early? Our flight leaves at 7:30. I wasn't telling anybody what I was going through. I just know I really need to sleep. So this is like really embarrassing. And I'm telling you guys now this after a year, because I'm sure you've seen it in pictures. But I'm a fitness professional. I'm in the wellness field. I help people feel better and lose weight. And here I am gaining weight. No matter what I did, no matter how strict I was for weeks and weeks, the scale, it might have gone down like 2-3 pounds, but then like the next back day it was up. So again, nothing was working for me. And being in the fitness and health industry, this was like starting to really embarrass me. And I didn't want to talk about it. But you know what? That's the enemy coming in going, see, you can't do this. You can't help people if you can't help yourself. And it just wants to isolate you. But no, I'm bringing it out into the light and letting you guys know that it's a lot harder when your hormones flatline and you're this age. And it's something I never thought, again, 10 years ago, helping clients, I used to say to them and really honestly believe, because again, this is what we were taught, that when you're in the menopausal years, it's harder for sure, but it's not impossible. Well, I'm here to tell you, a year of trying everything, it was impossible until I just got some medical intervention. Ooh, that hand was shaking. I had to switch hands holding this camera. So anyway, back to the functional doctor. I now have thyroid medication on NP. I think it's Nature's thyroid. And I forget what it's called. But anyway, it's I do everything very functional and holistic, and so I'm on a low dose of thyroid. I'm on adrenal support supplements, as well as still taking my own. So, and bioidentical hormones, ladies. I figured I'd give that a shot because what the heck, right? Like, I'm desperate. I will try everything as long as it's functional, holistic meds. So, doc says I should feel like a new woman, man, singular, not plural, in a few weeks. Clearly, I have the brain fog. Yes, Nature Thyroid. I believe that's it. Thanks, Kristen. So that's it. So my message for you guys is definitely, if you're off and you're not feeling well and your doctor is like blowing you off like, it's okay, it's just your normal, seek out a functional naturopath. Just go. And I know people don't tend to do that because insurance doesn't always cover it. And it's a lot of out of pocket, but you're worth it. You are worth it. Without your health, what good is your money in the bank? Okay, stop going out to dinner. Sell some things that are in your garage. Make it work. Thank you, Kristen. Love you too. So that's it. So seek health. Seek health? Yes, by seeking help. All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much for hopping on. And if you know anybody that this could be of value to, please share the video with them. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.